any part of the world you're watching from. Good afternoon. So I just decided to come live and discuss about something briefly, which is an issue everyone is experiencing, especially people living in the urban part of the country, Nigeria. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, different places, different states. And what they're experiencing is the price hike, in rent. The hike in rent prices. And the fact that about 70% of people are renting, especially in Lagos, people are renting. And we need to look for solutions because these prices are going up. And when you ask the landowners, these are what they are saying, especially for those that are building newly. Construction cost is high, which is very, like, if you look at the bill for construction or you want to construct yourself, you know that's no lies. Why some are greedy, yeah, they are greedy people, no doubt about that. But then the real driver about it is that number one, construction cost is very, very high, and also there are little to no support when it comes to finance, when it comes to if you want to take loan or you want to get money, you look at the interest rate is high, and they are going to factor all this at the end, before selling it. Those people that bought it, they also want to do their plus and minus. So renting is the money to rent now is a lot, especially if you are staying in top cities, is a lot. If you are staying in Lagos and you want to rent maybe somewhere close to your work, maybe you are renting on the island, you are renting on top places in the mainland, it's a lot. Even places as far as Abramade, Sonya, inside like that, you'll be hearing two bed, maybe one bed, 2 million upward. Like places in Lekki, you'll be seeing rent 5 million, 7 million. Like the price is quite alarming. And for some people they can afford it, but for some people they cannot. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the year, the amount you are now paying for rent is even more than or equivalent to what you are earning. That's not good enough, you know. So there, let's talk about what and the feasible solutions. Some solution that one can still work on or try to work out. Number one is moving to places that are still cheaper. But then places that are still cheaper might be far from work. But for some people, that's the only option they have. Moving to places that are still much more affordable and available. Why some people they are just doing co-owning, house sharing. You see some, especially people that are still single, that are not married, they can rent maybe 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom, and you see they are sharing rooms or sharing, at least it's reducing the costs. For some people they do house sharing, and that can still work for people that are not married. Because how will a family man be sharing room with someone that is not married or someone that is married? It's not really making sense like that. And some people they are saving for to buy a home. Why some people use mortgage to buy loans? That is loan to buy, especially for people that are salary earners and they have proof, clear history. They can take the mortgage, even if the mortgage is not really easy like that. It's not, yes, it's not really the stress. Some people are getting it, but then the percentage of people that are getting it are not that much. And the government should make this thing available, readily available for anyone to access, so that it can ease home ownership. Yeah. Why some people they will start from the lowest entry points is to buy land. They can go to places that are not too far, away from Lagos, because Lagos is expensive, especially for those that are in Lagos. Because I deal mostly with Lagos markets. So they can go to places like Mowe. Mowe still have, some close proximity to Lagos. It's not Lagos, but then it's between, Lagos, Ogun State, those road, Mowe. that leads to Ibadan. That is in Ogun State. Mowe is in Ogun State, but sharing boundary between Lagos, Ogun, and even across to Ibadan. So they are moving to this place that 1 hour, 2 hours away from Lagos. They will buy land there and gradually start building, which might take a long time for some people who don't have the cash handy. But then something needs to be done to this rent hike. It needs to be done. So out of this rent hike, it's really a lot. For some people that are working on the island, they are now coming down to places like Yaba, Surulere, and even rent in those places too. They are not cheap. They are not rice and beans either. They are not cheap. Some places in Surulere, you can be getting two-bedroom apartment for 3 million, 2 million, even 4 million, depending on the location, if it's old house, new house, and those other criteria. And it's a lot. But then I came across this project. It's a long lease. You're not owning it for life. You are not like you are buying a home that outrightly belongs to you, but you are leasing it for 17 years. I'm like, okay, this makes a little bit sense. This makes sense. For people that are still renting and they don't have that huge amount of capital, 50 million, 100 million, to buy house or to buy land and start building immediately, or to buy land in where is central, close to work, close to their business, close to family. No, no, not everybody wants to live in new sites. Some people just want to live in cities due to their work and everything. And it's totally understand, it's totally fine, because at the time when you calculate the fear and even the stress of going to live where is far from where you are working, the mathematics is not just mathematics. Like, it's not just making enough sense. So this 70 years long lease now, you can buy, it's like you're going to buy it and own it. So you have the legal right to use this place, to possess it, use this place for 17 years. So you can either live there, rent it out, use it to do shortlets, use it to do hostels, because it's located in Akoka and it's close to university like Unilag. But for people that are renting, because a studio is going for 12 million naira. 12 million naira can look like a lump amount. Oh, 12 million naira is big. But trust me, if you're going to be renting a studio apartment around that axis, you're not going to be spending nothing less than 1 million, 1.5. So now do the mathematics times 17 years. Nobody is paying to rent for 17 years, but then that is the reality of some people. Let's be very honest. There's some people, they've been renting all their lives, because trying to gather money to buy house or to build house is a lot, especially if you're not trying to start small. Okay, let me just start gradually, let me just start anyhow, and you're waiting for that huge amount of money before you buy. But it's actually a smart way, because if you calculate the amount and the fact that rent hike is just coming, you can be paying 1 million naira this year, and your landlord will just give you quick notice. Starting from next year, you are paying 1.5 million naira. You are paying 1.5 million naira before. Starting from next year, you are paying 2 million, you are paying 2 for. So it's not reliable. You cannot predict that, okay, for the next 3 to 5 years, this is the fixed amount I'm going to be paying. Within 1 to 2 years, price can increase anyhow drastically. But at least when you are acquiring this now, you know that, okay, for the next 17 years, you are safe. No headache of, oh, landlord wants to increase my rent, landlord is giving me quick notice to go out, I'm trying to look for another apartment, agency fee, landlord fee, this and that, electricity, lot of that. And eventually, if you acquire it and before the 17 years elapses and you've gotten your own desired space, fine, congratulations. It's a place you can also rent out. Since your 17 years has not elapsed, you can still be collecting the rent from it. You can still use it for shortlet, you can use it for Airbnb, you can use it for hostels. Because for that 17 years, you have the legal right to do anything you like with it, because it's just like you are owning it for that 17 years. And the privilege that come with owning a property, you can do anything there. in as much you are not, destroying the physical structure or affecting doing something that's going to affect the property itself, like breaking things and all of that. So if you are getting a studio for 12 million naira, do the mathematics, do the maths will make sense. If you are getting a one bedroom, that is parlor, room, kitchen and toilet, that is 24 million naira in space of 17 years. 24 million in the space of 17 years. If we do if we do 24 million naira divided by 17 years, this is my calculator. 24 million naira, this is 24 million naira divided by 17 years. That means in a year you are paying around 1.4. You're paying around 1.4 average. So if you are getting, I don't think anywhere in Yaba you can be getting a new building or a room. You can be getting a room and parlor, a one bedroom for 1.4 million naira. And even if you are getting it, there is no assurance that that is the money. The 1.4 is constant. You're going to be paying for 17 years. It's not possible. If you are going for studio, the studio is just like room, then room, then toilets and the kitchen. Room, toilet and the kitchen, that is the studio. And that one is going for 14 million naira. So let's do the 14 million naira divided by 17 years. So you are paying like 823,000 naira. 823,000 naira every year annually. And I'm not sure you cannot get it for 800 and something thousand naira. And there is no assurance that that amount is going to be fixed for 17 years. But acquiring this now help you, at least you are rest assured that no headache for the next 17 years. And nobody is forcing you to stay there that okay, oh, you're going to remain here permanently for 17 years. Maybe after you acquire it, after 2, 3 years, God done something very marvelous, very big in your life, and you are now moving to your own home or you've built your home. Fantastic. You still own it and you can now rent it out. You can use it to do other things. You can even flip it. You can sell it with the remaining years remaining. Makes sense. So the next question is now, how can I finance this thing? 24 million, 14 million, how can I finance it? Like I said, some people have savings. They've been saving, they've been working. It's See, if you have savings and you're putting your savings into this is a good deal for you because you are giving yourself long assurance that okay, at least I'm putting my money into this. Anything like house rent is out of my problem. Some people are making use of payment plan. They are spreading payments across 12 months. They just have to, okay, let me be paying every month gradually, gradually, gradually. I know that at the end of that 1 year, I know that I've worked for house rent of what it's going to take me for 17 years. And some people are making use of borrowed money, maybe from cooperative. Some people they are doing a job. Some people have, access to finance, access to loans. Because those are like the three options. Like it's very feasible right now. Number one is to use savings. If you have money that is locked or somewhere, you can use it to acquire it. At least you know that there is no headache for the next 17 years. You can either use payment plan. Pay for across 12 months. Spread payments each month across 12 months. So that is like 2 million naira each or even less than that every month. And if you're going to be accessing money from through cooperative finance, then you collect it first, then you're going to be setting those people out. See, peace of mind of, oh, I have a home, I have a shelter, I have where I can rest my head. Not like in next 2 years landlord will come and say, okay, I want to use my house, please move out. You're not looking for another agency fee, another, and you know what house rent is. To start looking for housing, especially in this Lagos, when people are doing house hunt, for more than 4 months. They have their money, oh, but they are looking for house wanting because the house they are seeing is not where they want, or is not up to the standard, or one or two things like that. So once you inspect, you see that this place is very comfortable, it's convenient for you. It does not flood during rainy season. It's a dry land. It's close to bus stop. It's close to work. From Yaba you can access everywhere that matters, both on island. You can easily navigate island and even places on the mainland. And you know that no landlord issue for the next 17 years. You are not thinking, oh, house rent, my rent is due. How do I want to pay? Oh, landlord has increased my rent by 50%. Oh, I'm paying this also amount. Oh, because that's what is raining now. That's what is trending now. People are just increasing house rent. They're already doing the economic value of it. And so, like, this amount I'm collecting is not enough. But with this, you have peace of mind. So there are a lot of options you can actually use this 17 years long lease to do. But renting it, staying there with yourself or with your family, acquiring the place for the next 17 years to stay there with your family is one thing that actually give you peace of mind. You're not renting. It's a peace of mind. And if you'd like to get more information about this project, or book an inspection to come and see this place, and this is even the perfect time. Rainy season is the perfect time to know if your location is flood prone. So you contact the number on my bio or anywhere, just reach out to us, and we can book a private inspection for you to see this place. It's located in Akoka, and it's just 2 minutes. It's just like 200 naira tricycle to Unilag. You see how prime that location is, and you can from there you can access anywhere that you want to, on the mainland, to highland. It's just like 15 minutes to the island, even less than that if you're driving. So, I hope you are going to run with this information and make adequate use of it. Cheers. Bye. So, if you have any questions, you can drop it on the comment section and I will attend to it when I see it. Or if you need more information, I'm going to be dropping my number in the comment section so you can also reach out to us. Okay. Bye.